This is gonna be the quick and dirty way of getting your show off the ground or lighting some mortars really fast. There's a lot of technical videos out there on YouTube that show you how to time it out and make sure one item goes off after the other. If that's what you're looking for, this isn't for you. This is for someone who's just trying to get your mortars together real fast, let them all rip at once, or get your cakes tied in together so that you can actually enjoy it yourself. Not a lot of items involved. We just got some tape that you would have at home, some fuse that we bought if you want to use it, and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. One of your first options when doing reloadable mortars is to actually just skip the fuse altogether and go for a daisy chain. So all you're gonna need to do is overlap these fuses about 1 inch. Rip off a piece of tape. You have your overlap, and you're gonna wrap that tape around there, covering it for about 1 inch of those fuses. Now what you're gonna make sure you do is that your second fuse that you tie into this is going to be facing the same direction as the previous one, kind of like it's upstream or pointing towards where the fire is coming from, which would be like this. Rip yourself off another little bit of tape. You have about 1 inch of overlap here, and wrap them up. Wow, quick and dirty. Maybe just a little bit more tape on this one. She's gonna have no problem igniting, right? It's quick, it's dirty, it's effective. Here's your other one. See how that's gonna just reach over there and it's pointing upstream. They all will be ignited head on when we ignite right here. Wow, couldn't get any simpler. Now this is gonna light them off in very quick succession, one after another. This is not gonna give you much time. This is a very fast fuse, as are all mortar fuses, versus tying on a little bit of extra 27 seconds a foot hobby fuse. That's gonna be at least 8, 9, 10 seconds if you really wanna back up. In either situation, whether you tie something like this onto the end or not, you don't ever stand over these anyway. So it really doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of time. If you hit this with a Bic lighter and back away immediately, you're gonna have no problems. Never stand over these. So this was one option. Now, some guys are gonna want these all together in one go, no problem. So all you're gonna do differently is instead of daisy chaining them, we're gonna meet all these guys in the middle. So here's option 2. You have all your tubes on the ground. We've got our lock and loads loaded up in here. And fortunately, our fuses were long enough to do this. Now there are situations where you're going to have to add fuse in between these. But for this, we're gonna pick one of them to be our ignition fuse that's a little longer than the rest. And then the other one should be at the same point. So the less you can get away with on the ignition fuse, the closer that first one is gonna be to the other ones going off. But there's gonna be some delay regardless. So if we get it just like that and wrap the tape around just like this, that's all it takes. You don't need to buy zip ties. You don't need to go fetch some special tape or a special clip. This is gonna light all 4 of those, no problem. Again, the second you light this, get your hand out of there and back up. That's all you gotta remember. So easy. This is the quick and dirty. You could have these screwed into a board. You could have them glued down. You could do so many different things, but really, is that really what you're signing up for when you're just trying to blow some stuff up? Probably not. Throw some tape on there, call it a day. All right, that's shells. Let's say you wanna light 3 different cakes off. Now, right here, we got some popular 200-gram cakes. These are great, real powerful ones. Typically, I have no problem with these 3 individuals tipping over, but sometimes that's the concern for people, and it is a valid concern. There's a number of these that they're so small and so powerful that they can get wobbly, especially in grass where a lot of people use them. It is recommended that you don't use it on such an uneven surface, but we all know it's gonna happen anyway. This is what you're gonna do. If you have some glue and you have several hours on the 4th of July to be dealing with that, by all means. I don't think I do. I don't think most people will. So the practical solution is right here. You're gonna find a nice way to set these all up. And if you want them to go really fast and light all at once, you buy a different type of fuse for that. It's gonna be a fast fuse. We're using a hobby cannon fuse for this demonstration. So you expose all your fuses on all of these guys right here. And we have all our fuses out. Now, all that's left to do is wrap some cordage around there. So I just roughly measure it out so that it reaches all of them. I know that this fuse burns at 27 seconds a foot approximately. I don't care at all. I just want them to go bang and then light the other one while I'm over there enjoying it. So I'm just gonna make sure it reaches all of them and cut off the fuse and tape them up. This is gonna be the first one that lights. You'll notice the fuse is facing towards where I'm lighting it. And we're gonna tape it off. Just like that. Then, same thing with this one. Now, if you put it this way, it's probably still gonna work, okay? It's probably not gonna be the end of the world because you have so much overlap between these two. Not a big deal. This is your best bet. Cool. Okay. And last one. Wow, that's a lot of connection between those fuses, and it's wrapped pretty good with this tape. But what if it tips over? What if they start knocking each other around while one of them's going off? You know, then what are we gonna do? You know, totally valid. We didn't wait for the glue to dry. The guests are getting here. They don't want to watch you set it up. They want to watch you blow it off. Wrap this sucker up, man. I don't even need the board. Kiss the board goodbye. Light it, stand back, enjoy the show. It'll work just fine. As long as everyone follows their safe setbacks, you can't be mad at me when one shoots sideways.